Let's go. We got Wrestlemania dropping it Saturday and Sunday. So what we got going on today? Well, we have the predictions, right? The Universal Champion and the WWE title will be on the line. We will also finally get to find out as to who Seth Rollins will face. Will it be the return of Cody Rhodes? That right here is all going to be determined in today's video. Hey, it's Wrestling Hero Figs. Yes, Seth Rollins, no official match right now. And Cody Rhodes, even though we do know that he's under a WWE deal, there is nothing in stone that this match will happen. But I'll tell you what, I feel like all this anticipation and buildup in the promo between him and Vinny is only leading to one direction. I mean, what other big names? Sure, there could be The Fiend, there could be Charlie or Jimmy, but I do think that these two need to square off. And my main reason behind it, I mean, Cody Rhodes, you guys know, right? Stardust, horrible character. That should have never been a thing. Now, luckily, there is redemption involved, and I do think that Cody Rhodes needs a top name in order to go ahead and signify him as one of the top superstars being drafted, well, actually not drafted, but coming over from AEW into WWE. If I were to go ahead and say as to who would win this, I do see Cody obviously pulling out the win. Seth Rollins would be there for the assist. I mean, you already know that Rollins is one of the top guys, but in order for Cody to signify and move on forward from that whole Dustin Rhodes and Stardust gimmick, this right here would be it. For the Raw Tag Team titles, we will have the Alpha Academy versus RK Bro and the Street Profits. Now, WrestleMania, it's pretty much the whole summary of what has occurred in the last 12 months and what these guys have been doing and how they got into this match. That right here, that's the reason why we're all here gathered. To tell you what, I'll tell you what, RK Bro, still to this date, regardless of the Street Profits of what they did or Alpha Academy, these two got so much good, especially when it comes to these. So I gotta say, RK Bro, Randy Orton, RKO out of nowhere, and then we're gonna get them sweet kicks right there by the Bro. That way they can roll up and say, yo, WHF man's got it on lock. The return of Bobby Lashley, the man's got the odds stacked. I mean, usually when you make a comeback, you kind of want to go ahead and do a little build up, and you know what? There's no time for that. Right now, it's gonna be WrestleMania on Saturday, and these two, now we need to see if the undefeated, the destructible force of Omos is going to be able to overcome one of the best. Now, I'm going to tell you, Bobby Lashley, this isn't the first time around this block. We've seen him come across some tough competitors. Actually, come WrestleMania, I do recall him against Umaga, and there was a whole hair cutting. Donald Trump was involved, and Lashley was able to come out successful. But I think this challenge is going to really test the limits. I mean, yes, RIP to the late great Umaga. That guy was no easy defeat, but Omos, I mean, this guy right here, he is on a brand new scale than what we've seen, I would say, dating back all the way to the Andre the Giant days. So will he be able to outweigh that? We'll find out right here. I'll tell you what, yeah, no, probably not. Almost gonna be like, yo, you're making a comeback, you're gonna have to get through me. He's gonna pick him up, slam him down, he's gonna treat him like the redheaded stepchild that he never was, and then and only then will almost be taken seriously. No, I still gotta go with my guy Bobby Lashley. I think right here, the return's gotta be done in a big way, and what better way to do so than against your boy Omos. The Mysterios versus Logan Paul and The Miz. The cover of WWE 2K22, or is it 23? I'm gonna tell you what, Rey Mysterio, hot year, perfect matchy actually for that. They've put out this gear quite a bit, you guys. I go to Walmart, I get the little stretchy toys, the man's in this suit, I get him in Elite Series 90-ish, and the guys over here, I'm telling you, Ray is doing something good, and he needs Dominic right there alongside to have another WrestleMania, a special moment for these two. Nah, man, Miz wants to come out here, he wants to do and teach Logan Paul through the ropes. Will he get it? I don't know, man. I don't know what the hell he's doing. He's actually looking in the back of his locker. Yo, Logan, get back into this, man, because we need to see if the fan base, whatever he's bringing over there from social media, if it's going to be brought into that stadium. Because if you guys think about it, WrestleMania being held in Texas, they have a record to meet. So what they do, they called in Logan Paul. They said, yo, man, you got to come help us out. But I don't think that's going to be sufficient because I still see the Mysterios right here picking up the win. Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Kevin Owens. The glass breaking this morning. And this actually what triggered the whole predictions, man. I was in the kitchen. The kid ended up dropping it. It shattered. Only thing I could think of was, whoosh, The return of Austin at WrestleMania 38. Kevin Owens, he's already made a point. He says, yo, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and signify myself as a legend. What way do I do that? Well, I hit up one of the best, and he is, hands down, Attitude Era. There is no man quite like this guy. Now, will he stun the world? Or will Owens get stunned? I got to go with Austin, you guys. I know KO's the regular night in and night out, but when you say return of Austin, there is no way in heck that the Stone Cold Stunner will be done right unless if this man is delivering it. Raw Women's title right here being put up for grabs. Becky Lynch versus Bianca Belair. And I'm going to tell you, I'm really not excited to see this. Well, when I saw Becky Lynch make the return and destroy her in seconds, and it's got to be some kind of record in the WWE books, this kind of takes away for the buildup, right? When they say, oh, all right, so this is what we're going to get for WrestleMania. If it had not gone down that way, I would say, yeah, this might be a good match, and it might still, obviously, they're going to play it through. It might still be about a good 20-minute match. It won't be a flat-out stomp, but I'm going to tell you, I still see Becky Lynch right here with the title after Mania. Maybe on Monday she can get a rematch, and maybe then she can recapture it, but at this time, I got to go right here with the man. Drew McIntyre versus Corbin. Now, if you guys saw the action figure setup, you already know where we're going with this. Like Drew McIntyre, I would feel like this was a last minute put together. Make sure we get him on the card. Corbin, he's always that man ready to fill that spot. But I got to say that Drew McIntyre will still come out right here with the victory. Corbin, you know what you're going to end up back at, man. For the time being, this is what I'm going to do with you. I'm going to go ahead and open up the Slacker. I'm going to see if you can find a W in there. You might not be able to, but I'll tell you what, we're still going to go ahead and attempt it. But yes, Drew McIntyre right there with the W. Corbin, I told you, get your ass in there, man, for the win. Sami Zayn getting a top spot at WrestleMania 38. And no, not against the WWE superstar, but he is going to be taking on Knoxville. And I know some of you do feel that way, like, dude, what the hell is this guy from Hollywood doing in our ring? Well, I'll tell you what, Knoxville, the guy's a stunt devil. You know, we're going to see something crazy. I mean, even if you saw like Bad Bunny perform over there at the Crown Jewel, the guy could wrestle. So who knows, man? Knoxville might have some tricks up his sleeves, but Sami, he's going to bring pure heat. So I think if Knoxville actually goes in there and has a whole plan laid out, I still see that haluva kick dropping in freaking like fury. Yo, get over here. Haluva kick. Sami Zayn right here, picking up a victory at WrestleMania. SmackDown Tag Team titles right here. We have Shinsuke Nakamura and Rick Boss versus the Usos. Now, in order to have the ultimate grand celebration at the end of Mania, right, let's say that Roman Reigns ends up winning. How would you come about with the Usos? Would they still have the gold around their waist? Well, we're going to get into that in just a sec, but I'm going to tell you, in order to truly have that moment, which we all know that Vince McMahon, he's been building on it and building on it. Like, if you go back, I would say for the last 6 years, he's been wanting this moment for how long? So he's going to get it. So whether that has the Usos right there alongside with the tag team gold, for me, I think I got to make that the point as to why these men right here will still walk out, stand strong, not only with the SmackDown Tag Team titles. Here, fix, don't get ahead of yourself. But yes, Usos right here picking up the victory. You want to talk about potential match of the night? This right here has it written all over. We got Charlotte versus Ronda Rousey. And the reason why I'm saying this, you guys, for that whole debut right there with Ronda when she ended up teaming up with Kurt Angle, you go back even now, that match has got to be categorized as one of the top 5 matches of all time. Her against Triple H and Steph. And if you guys haven't seen it, go check out the WWE Network or Peacock in the situation. Charlotte here over here, since we are talking about Peacock, what better superstar to challenge Ronda? And I'm going to tell you, this is going to be a solid, probably half an hour match. These girls right here are going to put on a hell of a show, and I got to go with Ronda, without a doubt right here, walking away with the Raw Women's title. This match could have been put together literally a week before, and it would still be a banger. We got AJ Styles versus Edge. And I'm going to say legend versus legend at this point. AJ, I know they haven't filled you in as that. At this moment in time, he's already proven himself, man. He actually just signed a new deal. He's got an extension, so we will still see AJ quite a bit for the next couple of years. But as far as Edge goes, I mean, this return, it has been damn good, and I generally cannot wait for this match. This right here is going to break the roof. I know I was talking about Charlotte and having Ronda Rousey as the match of the night, but these two could easily follow up. I'm going to go ahead and AJ right here, picking up the victory against Edge. Now, the original talk about this match, it was actually supposed to be Pat McAfee versus Vince McMahon, but Austin Theory, apparently he's going to fill in the role, and it's a good thing, man, because that dude, I know he's old, I know he can still throw down in the squared circle, but I would prefer to see a professional against a potential professional, and Pat McAfee, he ain't that, man. Mainly because of that, I gotta go with Austin Theory doing a quick roll-up, probably under 5 minutes. It's just a spot right here to get this man into the card. A lot of potential right here coming 2022, and this only beginning stages. Women's tag team title being defended in a fatal four-way, and I'm going to go ahead and put this out right away because actually this is the first year that comes to mind as far as Sasha Banks not being part of either the Raw or SmackDown women's title. So where does that lead us? Well, that only leads us into one path, and that being right here, coming out successful as the women's tag team champions. You already know Naomi. She already got the dance already. So how about we go ahead and do it up right here with the tag team titles? WWE and Universal Championship being put up for grabs. We will see a brand new undisputed champion being crowned at WrestleMania 38. Now, the wild card, you guys know that Paul Heyman, he's still very much his dad. Like, yes, he's aligned himself with the bloodline, but there is still too much history between him and Beastie. Now, the one thing I will say about Beastie this go around is that he's developed this new character. Like, the man can actually speak for himself. He's having a good time, and that right there is a dangerous threat against the big dog, because when this man is having a good time, but when that bell rings and everything starts to go down, all that is out the window and it's straight business. Now, I will say Paul Heyman could easily slip in there and turn his back against Roman Reigns, but I don't see that playing out, you guys. I do see a brand new champion being crowned. So this right here, yeah, I got to take this off. Yeah, we're going to put it right here on the big dog. We're going to have the Usos right there alongside with the tag team champions being raced up. Beastie Boy, we know your contract deal. It ain't for all that much as far as like actual in-ring action. So if I want to see the titles being determined, I would like to see that right here on a regular nightly basis superstar. Give me your thoughts. Let me know what you guys think of WrestleMania 38. As an overall card, it has a lot of potential to be great. One thing that I will say apart from this, I would still want to see the Deadman and Undertaker making that final return as brothers, right? Hall of Fame inductee Glenn Jacobs, he still has them boots. They're ready to be laced up. So I say you two, after whether it's the Raw or SmackDown, you guys make a little quick comeback, choke slam, tombstone. Now you can ride off into the sunset. I want to thank you guys for watching. Be sure to hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel, and we'll see you on the next one. Yeah, they call me badass. I'm a